lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Go White, but you can also call me Willeke, and today we're doing a makeover of the house that came with Paranormal Stuff. So this is the house that, according to the bio, is the one that Renee Claude Duplanche Guidry, I feel like it's his whole name, but at least Guidry, the ghost that helps you become a paranormal investigator. It is his old house. It's the house where he died in. And it does have like a full makeover. It used to be like really built up. I skipped all of the items, or I deleted all of the items. I made sure that it's completely empty, completely blank slate. And we're just going to give it a full custom content makeover. Because if you guys know, I love my custom content. I am definitely an alpha custom content girl. So I want to use this house. I do feel like the house looks really great style wise. And also like size wise, but I just don't like the in-game stuff. I will be adding some in-game stuff, of course. I'll be adding the stuff from Paranormal Stuff in here, but I do want to make it a little bit more my own vibe, trying to add like a little bit more custom content. So we're going to make it really dark, a little bit more spooky, and we're going to go to town and be like really wild with it. I already did like try to film this video once, but the audio was cutting out, everything became corrupted. So I'm retrying this now. I do already have like something in mind with what I want to do. So first of all, why don't we just start filtering to custom content and go with the walls. So I tried to do like the white walls and then the red brick, but I don't know, like I kind of liked it making it a little bit darker. So I tried this green one the first time, and just looking at it, I felt that it looked like so great on the house, especially if you make like the house a lot darker and just like add that whole spooky vibe to it. You definitely see like that it's working out really great. So we're just going to go in with the some very nice lights over here coming in. But we're just going with like the full spooks and with the full green. Let me see if I can add it to the top bit here. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to like make all of these columns dark and then add like the vampire thinging, or like the, I don't know what it's called, let me check on here. The trims, I'm going to add like the vampire trim to it, because the vampire trim, it works really well with the darker stuff. And then I also had this wooden plank siding from Ciboulette, I feel like it's how you pronounce it. But it looked really great, like this one going all around. And then also like having the siding that actually comes from the same pack with like the same style, the doors and everything, it just looked really great, like becoming a little bit darker. Let me see if I can do the top part in here, because I do feel like there should be a way for me to edit it. We are going to change this to the darker vibes. Too bad we can't like color this part with the same wood, because that would have looked amazing. And then I'm going to change all of the columns and make it really dark. Also going to make like this roof trim. Sometimes I can't do English, like it's not my main language. It's something that I learned myself how to talk, but also by following classes. And sometimes I just cannot do the language, I feel like. But we're just going to keep on trying, and sometimes maybe even having a laugh at myself. What I also will be doing is, because there are supposed to be stairs going around, I will be opening up part of the kitchen, so we have like a little bit more of an open kitchen floor plan. Because I do feel like it looks a little bit more nicer if we have like an open kitchen floor. I also feel like the Sims who are going to live here is of course going to be Selene Laveau, the witch that I made a couple of weeks back. And there is going to be somebody else joining her in this household. So originally Selene did live here with her grandma. Oh, didn't mean to delete the whole floor. But as of the start of the series, you guys will also see her grandma will be deceased. Actually, her grandma will no longer be alive. But with like the help of her grandma and with the help of Guidry, she'll be using her powers to like her full extent, to whatever she can, just to make sure that she can actually like help people a lot better. It's like in the same, let me see. Yeah, now it's in the same height. I was like, is this in the same height? Doesn't feel like it, but now it is. And she's just going to like learn how to become a paranormal investigator and also be like the amazing witch that she is. But she will probably need some like help from her friends and family. And let's see, I had like this fence the first time as well, and it just looks like so amazing on the house. I kind of need to see if it was this one that was matching with like, yeah, I feel like this one was the one that was matching. But it just looks like a little bit darker and a little bit more spooky. Then you have to imagine that this is going to be black too. And it just looked so amazing when I had it the first time, especially with like the windows that I'm going to add. It's all from Ciboulette or Cibubu. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. If I don't, please let me know in the comments down below how to pronounce it, because I really want to make sure that I pronounce it correctly. But this like custom content creator is like amazing. They have a page on the Sims resource. They also have their own Tumblr page. And the way they just make stuff, I feel like it's both really realistic, but there's also sometimes some spooky vibes. They have so much like custom content that is definitely like worth to try out and to just look at. And for this, it just works like amazing. Like this foundation, it's from like the same set. It's the Annie set that they have, where they just have like an entire build set. Going to add it all around the house. And it just like works all together like so well, and it's like so well done. And I'm definitely like wanting to do a showcase of this creator at one point, because they just deserve all of the love they can get. But with this like witch, she does have like witchy power. She already knows like how to do some magic, but she's going to live with like another witch who was not originally a witch, but they just had like a connection to nature, so they won't be able to use magic. But they just like know how to make potions. So they're going to be like the potion master, and they're going to focus on helping Selene with like their potions and with like the things that they can do. Whereas Selene, she's going to do both magic, both like untamed magic, but also practical magic. And she's also going to be doing the paranormal investigator stuff. So she's going to like learn how to perform seances. Maybe she can even make some money. I've seen Claire Chavon like doing her series where whenever people come over to the house and they ask for a seance, or she just like sees that it's like asking them asking for a seance, they pay like 50 simoleons, and once her sim reached level 5, I feel like it was 100 simoleons. So if you guys like the idea to do that as well, like that's a potential way that she can make money, let me know in the comments down below. I won't copy like her series because she is like an amazing creator, but I just like the idea of doing it as well. But if you guys don't want me to do it, I won't. But well, we can just see how it works. Like we can always find other ways of like making money. Maybe we can just do it by, oh, this was the right hair color. Maybe we could just do it by like selling the potions as well to other witches in the area. That could also be a potential way of making money. And I forgot to add some trim over here. Sometimes you just need to keep on going and checking. But yeah, there's definitely like a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to keep working on like the exterior, and then I'm going to add like all the flooring inside, because it does take some time. And then I'll show you guys the end result, and we can get started on the inside. So I've done all of the flooring and wallpaper and everything inside. I've also added doors and windows everywhere, and this is still like from the same set as the fencing and as the I'm forgetting the name, like as the stairs and as like the wallpaper over here. This is how it looks like if you look at all of the things. I still forgot to do the roof. I will do that later. But you now have like the whole darkness around it with the wood, and I feel like it looks like really nice and really spooky. So let's go into the living room. I did keep the wallpaper in the living room that comes with Paranormal Stuff, just because I want to keep like that aesthetic, and I really like this wallpaper actually. So let's just see what we can add. I kind of feel like we should keep it like a little bit boho combined with old vibes and modern. Like maybe it's, as I said, like maybe the girlies who are going to live here, because it's going to be 2 girls, they changed like out some stuff that belonged to Selene's grandma, but they just also kept like a lot of stuff that belonged to the grandma too, just to make sure that they still had like the vibe. But they also wanted to have like their own vibe and their own like place. So I'm just going to like try to see if I can match that. I do really like the look of the home right now. Also added like this light already because I've added light everywhere just to make sure that we can actually see when I'm adding all the stuff, because this world is like a dark world. We can use the Annie sofa. I'm basically going to use like all of Annie, aren't I? But like I've added this light, which is a little bit more of like a flowery light, and I actually kind of like the idea that there's going to be like a lot of flowers, a lot of plants around. And this feels like an older sofa. It does feel like something that maybe would be in like potentially a grandma house, especially if you do it like in this color. And then I kind of want to feel like I would add a chair that's maybe a little bit more modern, maybe a little bit more Scandinavian even. Let's see if I have something right like that over here. I feel like I do. Yeah, this one. So this is actually a reading chair, and I feel like it would not be something that the grandma added, but maybe like the girlie who moves in with Selene, like she added this chair like from her home and from her like house vibes. She's like, yeah, this really suits. I just love this chair, like it sits amazing. It's really amazing for reading too. So even though it doesn't like really suit the interior, like, can I please just bring it to and Selene's like, yeah, sure, like you don't have to ask me, like it's all fine and no worries. They're just like being really compromising in the interior that was already there and the interior that they're bringing in. I also downloaded a bunch of witch stuff to like add all around the house. So I added like some pictures in my game, some sage, some smudge bundles. Hopefully everything came over fine. I did have some issues with my game not starting due to the stuff from Surrealism Sims, which is unfortunately because I really like that stuff. But hopefully like everything else came over fine and we can use everything else. And right now I'm just going to see if we can find like some planties that we can add. Also love the addition of the fireplace. So definitely also we will be putting some like ivy around the house to make it look a little bit more spooky and a little bit more older. Ooh, and I found something very witchy, which are these paintings, and I'm living for them. They are from Tegan White, but they're a mesh from Sunrise Sims, and look how witchy and spooky these are. They are so amazing. Ooh, I'm loving this one, like the owl, not the owl, the birds with the snakes. And let's see what else we can do. Oh, this is going to look so amazing. This owl love as well. Ooh, I'm definitely going to town with like these one. Also, I do want to make like a little bit of a cauldron area upstairs over here. I already started like a bit on it with a moon and a crystal, and then some plants that are drying. Maybe like with like the cauldron area, they're growing all of these herbs that they're drying to use within the cauldron. They have like these little apothecary, difficult word to say, posters that like tell them what to use in like certain potions, just to like keep it as like a learning section. And this camera controls like all over the place. Let's see if N still shows me. Yes, there we go. So maybe it's like something about like ivy, that you should like use poison ivy for maybe dark potions, and then there's like some other stuff. I don't want like any animals on there, but maybe some like some certain like moonshine is what you need for certain potions. And some mushrooms is like something that you need as well. Let's see what else. Ooh. Then maybe we can say that like these three things, like manic moonshine, malevolent mushrooms, and parboiled poison ivy, that those create like a deadly decoction. That's a difficult word to say. But yeah, I'm definitely like starting to like go to town with like the living room section. This is like what I have so far. I want like to add a plant here. I want to like go with some decorations over here as well. And then this will be where they will have their seances, but also where they will be eating. So it will be like a table with a seance table. And I do have like a lot more of these spooky posters actually. I do want to like where I have them. No, this is not one of them. Ooh, this one can also like with some feathers maybe, if you have like something. Poor little deer. I kind of feel like this is probably like one of the more modern posters that they hang up there themselves. Just like make a little bit of a section over here with like different posters. They have like a deer, maybe some like arrows, or not arrows, maybe some feathers, and then some like one feather over here. Just like something that's like more modern but still has like a little bit of that different vibe. And where are these other like spooky pictures that I have? I know they're like somewhere. Ooh, these ones, like these dark circular pictures, but I don't feel like they would have them in the living room, but I feel like they would have them more like over here. I have like these dark circular ones, and then I also have like these dark oval ones. Let me just like place them around, maybe in like a nice like pattern. Be one more up here, line them out a bit better. Then like there's so many like different swatches of these, which is like so amazing. And I definitely like just the look of this. Like maybe they can have like this skull one. I definitely like this cat one. Then with this one, I feel like they're really spooky, but I don't like know which one would fit the best. Maybe this one. And then what else do I have? Not this one. There's like so much that I downloaded. I actually can't find it. Not this. Definitely not this. Maybe we can put also like these ones around. Over here, like it's definitely going to look like it's something that they're working on. Maybe they're keeping track of like certain things with like images that they drew themselves even. Just like something that is like spicing up like the cauldron area. That there's just like a more witchy vibe. My camera is just going like all over the place. I don't know what's like with this house, but my camera control is definitely like not in the right direction every single time. Oh yes, I found them. It's these ones. So it's this one. It's by Tenebrae, which is also where like the dark small paintings are coming from. And this one has like so many swatches. I'm going to see if I can make it look like a little bit more easy for you guys. But we have like little mushrooms, a fox. Ow. Like there's just so many of like these swatches. I feel like I can switch between them like a certain way. I don't know how I can switch. Like there should be like a button how to switch between them, but I have like no idea. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so I do know how to switch it now, but it's not really working for me, so we're just going to do it like this way. But there's like so many swatches, and like some of them are like really spooky. Like this one, for example, is definitely like really spooky and really witchy, but then you also have like this one, which just looks like so amazing. And like some of them are just like something that has nice decorations, like these planty ones. They have like some spring flowers or spring trees. You can grow like some different metals and how they look. There's just like so much stuff in here that just looks like so amazing. So we're definitely going to be placing this in the house as well. I'm kind of looking at like which one I like the most. I really like the owl one. I also really like this flower one. So because we already have like an owl, let's just stick with like the flower and make it a little bit lighter. But I definitely feel like it's going to look like so much more spooky. And we're definitely going to get like a really nice, well-rounded witchy house. So it's definitely looking a lot more filled up. I now feel like I'm done with the living room. I also end up doing like the seance dining room, and we have like these little shelves where we can place like some stuff on. Did start adding some stuff of paranormal stuff as well. I keep saying a lot of stuff in this episode. But we have like the little seance table here. We have the Manor Temperance lift-in, who is going to make an appearance in the series, of course. If you guys don't know who Temperance is, I won't say anything else, but she is someone who will appear at one point. And then we also have a picture of Guidry, and basically what the story is going to be is that these pictures are here just because they were related to the first owner of the house, and then this house came into the possession of the Laveaus, and ever since the Laveaus have basically been living here. And we have like these pictures. I still keep loving these pictures so much. I feel like there's one missing over here. There we go. There's definitely one missing. I also did place down a PC and a desk just because I feel like it's two young adults. They probably like grew up with having PCs and electronics. So even though they don't have like a TV in this area, they definitely will be having a PC or a laptop for themselves. Then now let's get going with the kitchen area. And I will also show you like the garden area real quick upstairs as well. Because I've been working on that one too, and I'm so in love with this area. So in love that I'm going like everywhere. So this is a little garden area. If you come in, there's like a hidden bookcase, and you don't actually know that there is like an area. The only people who... Oh, I can turn my mouse. What's happening? There we go. But the only people who will be able to go inside this area will be people who are witches. For other people, this will look like a bookcase, like there's nothing there, like there's nothing going on. People with like magic or like some spiritual power, they can like go into this area and they can just like see glory of this witchy room. So we have like a lot of posters and like some stages and everything. There's a lot more plants down here, but there we go. Sometimes like stuff in my house keeps disappearing, but they're still there. We have like all of the ghostly pictures. I haven't play tested this yet, so I definitely hope that it will be working, but we do have some more shelves where they can like display stuff on. But I'm so excited with how everything is going to like work out. So I will be doing like the not the basements, the bathrooms and the kitchen right now. For the kitchen, I feel like we should continue like the dark wood vibes. So there is this kitchen set I have that's by Sanoy Sims as well. Let me just go back to custom content real quick, which is going to be loading so fast, especially with like all of the custom content that I have in my game. It's going to take ages. Never mind, fast for once. But I have this like kitchen set from Sanoy Sim. And I also actually have this really like old stove. Like this one is definitely like a really old stove, but I kind of feel like this will probably be in the Middle Ages. Maybe like this stove. This stove is definitely like an old stove that I would definitely like imagine being in a house like this. Probably it hasn't been like updated. It probably was there when Selene's grandma Eden was still like a little girl that they had like this stove. And they just haven't upgraded yet. Maybe we will upgrade it throughout the series. But I definitely feel like this stove will be working like for this house. So let's just place it down and make sure that it actually fits. Because it's a bit big and I really hope that it's going to work if I put like the counters close to it. I really hope that this will be working, but we'll see. And we also have like the other counter, which is would have also used, which looks really similar, but I'm not going to use it. Number 2, where's the number 1? Is this one? Yeah, this is the number 1. So we also have this one, and then I feel like the fridge will be going over here, which is this one. And we need one more sink over here, and then we definitely have like the darker vibes. And let's see, dark vibe with maybe some like bright white kitchen top. They like use some magic to keep it like really white, but usually it would have definitely grayed out a bit, but due to the like the years of using magic on like keeping everything nice, it still looks like decent. And this in like the right color, and then there should be I don't have like a mixing, but what I do have is this Levi on Rose Fancy Smancy, which is like a little bit more copper colored, and I feel like this thing looks like definitely old and used. And then in my shelves I have some cabinets that fit there, so I will keep on working like over in the kitchen area. And they have like a door that goes outside, and I'll also do the bathrooms and show you guys once that's done, and then we move on to the bathrooms. So let's get on to the bedrooms. So this is going to be Selene's bedroom, and this is going to be the other bedroom. Originally this used to be Eden's bedroom, so I placed this like tapestry down here that is going to like have this old vibe that she got from like her grandma from Eden. So I don't know like what color we're going for, but it definitely has like enough swatches to like place down. It's by Stranger Storyteller Sims. And then for this bedroom it's going to be a little bit more modern, a little bit less witchy. Because I feel like the other girl who is going to live here, she doesn't have like witch powers, but she just has like this connection to nature that enables her to use potions and to make potions, as well as like she has like some magic long, like somewhere far away in like her bloodline. One of her ancestors had like magic in them and was magic or was a witch, but she doesn't have like that capability that her ancestor has. But she just like has some connection to like the magical powers, some spiritual energy. And what I feel like for this room, we're going to make it look like a little bit more older. Like Selene got a bunch of stuff from her grandma and is basically just using them, but made it like herself. I'm going to add like a little bit of a witchy nook here, where she's like putting some study stuff down there that she's like studying at night, how to use like certain types of magic, and just like that she's studying all the time when she is like not downstairs. And this bed, it does have like that kind of older look in my opinion. Maybe we can just throw a blanket on it. I'm going to lower the platform because it's a little bit too high. Let's still have like on the same level as the bed basically. Like this is a nice level, and then I'm going to like make the wall higher so that it doesn't have like this weird platform trim. But I will do that after I've added all the stuff, because otherwise all of the stuff is going on half wall. And then I also added like already some posters and everything here. I just need to enable that move objects on again, because these are like also some more witchy vibe posters, and I feel like maybe she has been like hanging all of this stuff around, just like making it a little bit more of like her space. Because there's a bunch of different swatches on these ones as well. Like if you can look, some of them are a little bit more like normal, but some of them are also like the faces of the moon, a little bit more witchy vibe. Definitely want to like witchy it up. So I finished all the bedrooms, and this is going to be Selene's bedroom. I love this one so much. I feel like it looks so amazing and definitely really witchy. I also feel like she has like her entire corner where she can put her books down, where she has like her storage basket and everything, that she's going to use that to also place down a picture of her deceased grandma, just to honor her grandma and to always keep her grandma in mind. And then the other bedroom is this bedroom, and it's definitely completely different from Selene's bedroom. It's a really planty bedroom. You can definitely see that this belongs to a green witch. I will show like both bedrooms more in detail, but I also love this one so much. I've never really made like a full planned house or planned bedroom. I always place down plants in my house, but not really like this way. And I definitely like this vibe, and I definitely feel like it would be so amazing to have like the sim live here. And then the other bedroom, just to look in more detail, it's like you have the little face of the moon over here. There's like some more moon pictures here, because with like the Wiccan or pagan witchcraft, I feel like there's a lot of connection to the moon. I am not really familiar with it, to be honest, so if there's like anything that I can learn, let me know in the comments down below. But I feel like there's definitely like a lot of vibes with the moon, a lot of relationships with like the moon, and I just like love this entire aesthetic over here. Like this is definitely like one of the most aesthetically pleasing things that I've ever built, and I'm just going to enjoy so much playing in this house. But we still have a long ways to go, because we have an entire outside to do, where we're going to have like a full-on witchy garden area, nice seating area, something where they can definitely have like some fun. So I'm just going to start on that and let you show like in between progresses. But I hope you are liking the build so far. I'm definitely enjoying it so much. Also let me know if you like this type of building, because I usually do a speed build and then just do a voiceover. But this time I'm just showing you that the progress in between and like talking about my ideas and my thoughts and everything. So let me know like what you guys prefer in the comments down below, if you want me to do it like this more often, where I'm basically like just talking and letting you guys know what I think, or if you want me to just do a speed build instead and like just show you guys like the entire process and the entire result. I'm definitely going to like make this area like really green, really vibey. I kind of was debating to place a pond down here, but I don't think I will be doing, because there's like so much water already outside. I really don't know what to start. Like, okay, let me just start with like some pathway real quick. Maybe we can put like a nice bigger rock area maybe over here. Let me just start first with a little pathway. That will probably make it a lot easier. I always love to go to this like pavement because if you look it down, it's like stones, but there's also some moss in between, so it looks like a little bit more natural. But I kind of want to go for something different, so I'm just going to like play around and you guys will see some of the progress in a minute. So I've already definitely started with a bit of landscaping, but I still need like so much to do. I just want to show you guys what it's doing right now. I'm starting to make like an entire garden here, and then there's going to be like all around the pathway, just like gardening and some nice plants. Then we have like the back, which is currently looking like this, and I spent so long like just trying to figure out what would work best. We have a little gardening section over here. I'm going to put like some picnic tables here, or some seating area and a barbecue, so they can, or like a fire pit, so they can just like cook outdoors as well. And maybe some bees too, because I feel like they would benefit from making their own honey. And then we have like a little greenhouse over here. I struggled so much building this greenhouse and placing it down right. I did also look up like how traditional greenhouses were made. I want to say Macon, but they were originally made with timber or with brick. I decided to go for the same timber that's also on the chimney. And ooh, I made a mistake over here with the dirt coming through. Actually, I kind of like it because sometimes you can't keep dirt out, sometimes dirt comes in, so I kind of like this. But I tried like so hard to see like what would work best. I moved like the house towards like the front a couple of times. I was like moving this around. I had like in so many different directions. But I feel like this is nice. Like I feel like this definitely like really well. Also, if you guys ever want to know where I get my floor paint from, I use a lot of praline sims, but I also use a lot of Highland sims. And Highland sims, she has like amazing floor painting. So this like white here with gravel and the stone, and like the really realistic rain paint over here, which has like fruits and stones and like gravel and all the stuff that you kind of see when you have like a garden yourself as well. She has this from Castlevania, and I feel like maybe Asian Patio, that's like her other one. No, it's a Castlevania set that I've used for both, and they are just like really amazing. So I definitely recommend you guys taking a look at her Tumblr. So my lovelies, we're finally done with this house, and I love how the garden turns out. Even though it is a haunted house, I feel like just like the colors and like all the flowers and the trees just feel like it has like that witchy vibe. Just having like this huge overgrown garden where they can like take plants and use like in their potions and for their magic. Also the back garden, I just love it so much with how there is like bees. There's a bird bath that I do believe is animated, and I just love like the inside of the house as well. I feel like it just has like such a vibe. I have never done such a house like this, a makeover like this from an EA house, where I feel like I'm actually really proud of it. And where I'm actually thinking like I'm so excited to play. So I cannot wait to start the series. I hope you guys will like it as well. It will be starting, if I haven't said it before, next week, Friday. And every single Friday we'll be having a Spooky Friday where we'll be having Paranormal Magic, which is the name of the series. So if you guys like this video, click that like button down below. Let me know what you think of the house. And also if you guys have subscribed already, please do so you can join the lovely family. And I'll see you guys later this evening for another video. Bye lovelies!